What is up, guys? Python here, back with another live stream, and today I'm with Cjeths as per usual, and we're going to be doing something a bit different since the Rangers don't want to name a head coach for whatever reason. Uh, they probably will at some point during this live stream because that's the way this goes. But today we're just going to be doing what I said we would do on the most recent Rangers podcast that we did, and that is a little bit of draft film, a little bit of draft study, just to get an idea of who some guys potentially the Rangers could get, maybe via trading up, via staying at their spot. We're going to talk about all of it. Leave a like if you enjoy this live stream. Subscribe if you guys are new. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Cjeths already did a bit of film review
Only 10
already
only
that I
10
didn't know he was
players.
going to do. Yeah, only 10 players. Did some review that I had no idea he was doing.
Dove in head first.
Yeah. But I don't know how we want to do this. Do you want to share? Do we share our screen of the Google Doc, or do we just read off the doc?
Is
I
there
don't know how we could.
is there a way you could do a side by side where you could pull up like a YouTube clip of these players, and then have on the side, like on my screen, I'll have like where my face cam is, I'll have the doc, and on your side you can have clips maybe, or I could just share. It really doesn't matter to me.
I'm not sure if that would work or not. I'd probably have to get screenshots of the document.
You're chilling here.
Because why would it make things? Why would they make things easy
It
here?
doesn't make sense. Can you see it?
No. Let me add it to the stream. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's perfect. Let me zoom in a little bit. That's a little bit too much. It's a little aggressive. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Hide the menus. All right. So, I guess we'll just go over the template first, right? So, the template of everything you guys are going to see. You're going to see the player name and their position right there. Where they play is the league they play in and the team they play for. Their stat line are their numbers. Now, some players is just their numbers. It's just what they did in the regular season for the team you see. You're also going to see for some players their World Junior numbers. Some played World Junior Championships for 18. Some played for the World Junior Championship for 20-year-olds. Some played in multiple leagues. For example, I think there's a player that played SHL games and played in the J20 league. The only thing I did not include, because I just thought it would be a bit superfluous, instead of doing like all of their international stats, I just did what they did in the World Junior Championships, just to consolidate a little bit. For your projected, you have Bob McKenzie's list first. Then you'll see an arrow like this. That arrow is going to indicate, moving on to elite prospects, what they had the prospect ranked as. And after that, you'll see another arrow, and you'll see what Craig Button, i.e. the man that looks like he's from Whoville.
I knew that was going to get mentioned.
Dude, I swear by it. Then you'll see pros and you'll see cons. The one good thing about this list is that there were, with every single prospect, there were significantly more pros than cons. Some players had a bit more of a write-up than others. I tried to be as fair as possible. I definitely favored some players just from watching their film. It really only took me about 3 hours to do this. I'm not even lying to you. It was not that bad at all. You think for a list of 10 players to do a deep dive, it would take a while, but there's so many clips now on YouTube and Twitter. It's really not that hard to find videos of these players and assess what they are. Do you want to get right into it, or do you want to talk for a second? What do you want to do?
I think that, well, first of all, do you have, like, this is, I see that you have here, you could scroll down. So this is if the Rangers don't move up.
Right.
Right?
This is the
Okay,
real deal.
so did you do anything? I didn't fully scroll through. So this is strictly all if they don't move up.
This is all 23rd overall. I think if we do one for a move up, we could do that separately because that would take a lot more research. Because like we were just talking about, the top after the 4th overall pick, aside from a couple names that are pretty much always present in the top 10, top 15, it is a very volatile draft class. Like this first guy, just for example, not that we're going to go into him just yet, but this guy is projected 46th overall, 23rd overall, and 8th overall. By the that's just picking from 3 different draft rankings. There was 11 different to pick from, and this is just McKenzie, elite prospects, and Craig Buttons. This guy was even more all over the place. So it's going to be a very weird draft after the big 4 are gone.
Yeah. That is for damn sure. Yeah, we'll probably have to do something else another time where we do if they move up, because then also we have to get into scenarios of what could they trade
Right.
for certain move ups and things like that. There was a proposed tweet earlier. We were just talking about it off air, but to mention it on air, David Shapiro of Blue Seats blog put out a potential scenario. This obviously doesn't have any legitimacy to it or no source or anything like that, but just a fun hypothetical where the Rangers would move up to 11 from the Vancouver Canucks to get Matvei Michkov, and they would get Connor Garland at 50% retained salary for Lafreniere and the 23rd pick. To me, I would definitely do that, but obviously we'll have to see how far Michkov falls, because I just simply don't know. People think he's going to fall out of the top 10. I simply don't know if that's going to be the case.
If it is, it would be amazing. It really. I mean, this guy. I think it was Pronman that had him this week as with a higher ceiling than Bedard, which I think is a gross exaggeration. But the fact that teams are willing to pass up on this guy because he's going to be 3 years away from the NHL, which again most of the prospects are going to be anyways, aside from Bedard and maybe Fantilli. I don't know. But listen, if they want to let him continue to fall back and the Rangers can trade him and get him, fine. Then let them have those feelings. But I just don't see how teams would sleep on him like that.
I agree with this comment. I don't see Michkov falling past the Flyers, but to me, I don't think he falls past the Coyotes, because I think at 6, if you look at the board, I think that's where he ends up getting snagged. I think the Coyotes are a team that would be willing to wait patiently.
Yep.
Obviously, the Blackhawks are going Bedard. Fantilli has seemed to be the guy that's like unanimously going second. Remains to be seen, but and then there's Leo Carlson, guys like that, Sale in the mix to be in the top 5, top 10 here. I just don't see some of the teams. Like Columbus is a team right now that's clearly, with the moves they're making, trying to accelerate their rebuild. They're going to target a guy that's going to be closer to NHL ready versus a guy that is, you're going to have to wait the 3 years, which is the whole nag on Michkov to begin with. San Jose, they might be a team willing to wait, but at the same time, I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know if they're still trying to retool on the fly here and, get a little bit more competitive quickly just because they still have Carlson, they have Couture, Hurdle, guys like that. Montreal, that's a team I feel like that's also going to try to move things along quickly. I really don't see, though, Arizona, or I should say, I could see Arizona being like, yeah, we're willing to wait the 3 years.
Right, especially because they don't even know what the hell they're going to be playing in the next 3 years.
No.
This literally feels like Philip Zadina a few years ago. Remember, like Zadina, was pretty much the number 2 overall pick no matter what, and then scouts were like, yeah, he'll actually fall out of the top 10. And then Detroit took him at 7. I think it's gonna be one of those. People are gonna think and hope he falls past 10, but he's probably gonna get picked at 6 or 7.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It wouldn't even make sense because the guys that would be picked ahead of him, like the Will Smiths of the world and players like that, are pretty much 3 years away from or maybe not 3 years, but 2 or 3 years away from the NHL anyways. So it's like, take the safer bet. I think Michkov is the safer bet. I think aside from Bedard, Michkov is probably the safest bet to be an elite NHL talent in this entire draft.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm also curious, though, Fantilli's, if anything changes on that front, because of the fact that there's a rumor now that he might be going back to NCAA next year. So I wonder if anything happens there. But I think he goes too still. I don't see him falling.
He played way too well to not. Even at the World Championships, he played well.
Yeah, I agree.
Laffy was just invisible at the World Championships, like it wasn't even there. We won't go there.
Yeah.
We won't even go there. Kakko played good.
Yeah, Kakko did play good. Hedl got hurt. That was fun.
That was great.
As long as he's back in time for the season, but yeah. We'll start going through the list though. So you made the list, so kick us off here.
So Tom Willander, right? So this is a defenseman out of Swedish leagues, Rogel BK Junior 20 League. So he did not play SHL games this year, but in the Junior 20 League, he had 25 points in 39 games and 8 points in 7 games at the World Junior Championships, the U18s. So I don't want to give people the impression that this is another Nils Lundqvist, but as you're reading these reading these things. You're gonna think this is just Nils
Yeah.
Lundqvist again. Projected 46, 23, and 8. His pros, his passing ability, he's got a really, really good stick. He backskates. I think he actually backskates faster than he skates forward. I'm not even joking. If you ever get around to watching Tom Willander clips, you're going to feel the same exact way. He's very passive with the puck, right? So when he's skating the puck up, he's not making these extravagant moves. He's not going to blow you away by any means. He's a very smart, calculated guy. He's not taking any risk. You're not going to see like a Quinn Hughes like skate up the ice as much as I can, make a move. No. He's making the easy pass up the ice. If he sees a lane to skate, he's going to skate it. And if he feels there's even the slightest amount of pressure at the blue line as he's carrying it in, he's just going to dump it in. He skates the puck really well. Average agility at top speed. This guy he did not blow me away at all. But he's projected to go right around the area the Rangers are picking. And if the Rangers feel like they're a little bit shallow on defense and prospects after Zach Jones and Matthew Robertson, because that's pretty much all we have. I guess outside of Ty Emberson, who's 24 years old going into the next year. They could look at this guy. He's not my favorite option on this list, but he's someone we could at least think about. He doesn't have a super high ceiling, but he also doesn't have a very low floor. I think this is one of those safer picks, but I think you could do better at the same time. The only cons I saw was he was caught looking defensively, a little bit too passive on the puck. So, for example, the puck squirts out on a faceoff. Instead of him pushing it up a little bit and getting a stick on the puck to move it back into the zone, he'll typically back off and let the opposing skater pick it up and skate and pretty much take them on one-on-one instead of making the risky play. And he does not look strong. He was not out-muscling guys consistently. He was also not getting out-muscled consistently, but he wasn't winning puck battles as often as you'd want a defenseman to win puck battles, especially in the defensive zone.
All I think about with that second bullet, because now that you mentioned Nils Lundqvist, is Nils Lundqvist backing up on that one play on opening night. I think it was against Dallas.
Yep. Too passive.
Yeah, too passive. I mean, this reeks of another Nils Lundqvist. I'm trying to think of a player comp for a player that has the same skill set that's actually been, a legitimate proven player, but no one comes to mind.
No one.
Off the top of my head.
Not that it's unique at all. It's just it's not a style that lasts very long, I feel like.
No, and it's kind of like I guess you could say a new age style to the game in a way, because we haven't really seen much of that style of game. So I would say it's a little bit of a risky pick there. Plus, I don't know if this would be the pick that the Rangers should go with, because you probably want to replenish the defensive depth a bit, but at the same time, the team's still in desperate need of forwards. And at the same time, do you want to spend your first round pick on a guy that would probably be a third pair defenseman? Because in an ideal world, it would probably be Wallander slots in at the third D pair, Schneider moves up to the second pair, and Trouba gets traded.
Right.
By the time Wallander's ready for the NHL, that would probably be what the game plan would be. I don't know if a first-round pick should be spent on a third pair.
I agree.
Defenseman.
Especially when you have Zach Jones, who is essentially this player, but I think better all around.
Yeah.
So I don't see the Rangers even really taking a serious look at it, but because he was projected around that area and the Rangers' history with drafting defensemen in the first round, it wouldn't shock me. But there are other players I like much more. Like as someone that was brought up in one of our previous streams, Quentin Musty. Now, Musty had a really good year. 52 assists, 26 goals, 78 points in 53 games played. McKenzie had him going 26. Elite Prospects has him at 12. And Craig Button has him at 31. His pros, and this list is very short because he's a very, very easy player to describe. His hockey IQ, he's got a great shot. He's got a long reach. His in-tight stick handling is very, very strong. His passing ability is elite, and it's not an exaggeration. When I say elite, I mean among this draft class. You put him against every single player in this draft class. He is at the elite tier. He does not shy away from physical play, but I think he could be a little bit more physical, especially for a guy as strong as he is. I don't know why he's like picks and chooses.
Someone said, chat, that he's not really that physical.
He's not, but if you look at some of his clips, he's got some monster hits. He's just not consistent with them. So you can almost put it more of a con where he doesn't shy away from physical play sometimes. You just wish he would more. His shot, as accurate as it is not super strong. It doesn't blow you away, but he's kind of like a Patrick Kane type shot. Definitely a little bit harder than Kane, but super, super accurate. Is not going to blow up by a goalie, but he will beat a goalie in an open spot. He passes up shots to make passes. His skating is good. It doesn't blow me out of the water. He doesn't have breakaway speed per se. Like, he's not going to completely blow by someone, at least not a top defenseman. He's just a good skater. He's not a great skater. He's just a good skater.
A guy with size that could throw bod but doesn't. Sounds familiar.
Sounds all too familiar. Kind of like, honestly, the more I watch Quentin Musty, kind of reminded me a little bit of like an early Pavel Buchnevich when he first came into the NHL. Like, you saw those glimpses of, wow, this guy's really strong. I just wish he'd use his body more. That's kind of what I was feeling while watching him. Same thing with the skating. His skating stride to Buchnevich is or Buchnevich. I always call him Buchnevich. Buchnevich is pretty similar. Like, he can be fast. Once he gets on his horse and he's moving and hauling ass, he's moving. But to get to that speed takes a little while. But I see a Pavel Buchnevich comparison here.
Oh, well, I was referring to Kreider with the with that part, but yeah, I agree. That's a fair comparable. And if they could get themselves correct a mistake there, that would be nice.
It would be.
This was a guy when I was looking at the draft boards. I didn't watch much film on him. I watched a bit. I think we did last stream. Definitely interested me, especially with that passing ability
his passing
that he has.
Insane. Like, I don't think, aside from Bedard, I'm not sure if there's a better passer in this draft. I don't think. I'll have to think on that a little bit more and watch some Fantilli Carlson clips. But man, this guy could really snap it around.
Yeah, this is definitely more interesting than Wallander. That's for sure.
Someone you like almost like makes too much sense. Like, if he's like, as we're watching the draft, everyone's gonna be saying, "Oh God, I hope they don't draft Musty. I hope they don't draft Musty so the Rangers can get him." And then as the Rangers get their pick, Musty will be there, and they'll pick someone that nobody expects.
Yeah, probably.
I think we could all expect that. Now moving on from Mr.
Well, maybe not because Gordy Clark's not there, but
it's actually a good point. But who knows? There could be Glenn Sather might have something to say. I think Hugh Jessamyn's long lost brother is in the draft this year, so I'll probably pick him instead. So here's actually another right-handed defenseman, Lucas. Bless my soul, trying to read this. Dragicevic, whatever it is. 15 goals, 60 assists for 75 points, 68 games played with the Tri-City Americans. Projected 27, 36, and a 56. So if we do draft him, according to these three projections, it would be an off-the-board pick, technically. His passing ability is above average. It's really not the passing that you're looking for here. It's his hockey IQ, safe plays, a really friggin' hard shot. A lot of his assists were coming off of rebounds from the clips that I was watching. He's got really good hands, and what I like the most is how well he held the blue line. Not very many pucks got past this guy. Like, they would be like a 3-on-2, pretty much developing, going the other way, and he would stop it before it even left the offensive zone. Very good stick, very good hockey IQ. His skating is average, and he doesn't really... And I hate putting this as a con, because Adam Fox also doesn't compete super, super hard. He does it just so... He's so calm and poised. He just takes pucks away and makes it look effortless. When you watch Lucas Dragicevic, I'm just going to call him Lucas Drag. All right, Lucas Drag. When you watch Lucas Drag play, he doesn't look like he's sweating or even trying very hard. He's just playing a very calm game, and he's playing a calm game well. The fact that he put up the numbers he did with the style of play he has as a defenseman, it's not what you think of when you think of the modern offensive defenseman. You think of guys like Adam Fox, Cale Makar, and Quinn Hughes. Speed, agility, no-look passes, this, that, and the other thing. Whereas this guy has a monster shot that creates rebounds. It is very accurate. He's putting the puck on his teammates' sticks. He's making the safest, calmest breakout passes you've ever seen before. He's actually, I prefer him over Wallander. If we had to pick one of the two and we did not have a choice, you held a gun to my head, I would pick him over Wallander. I think there's still better options for the Rangers, but this is a guy that we could see the Rangers take a look at.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely prefer him over Wallander. The only reason I would maybe prefer Wallander a bit more is just because of Sam Rosen's sake, trying to say his name. But outside of that, no, I think that I would definitely go the route of Lucas over Wallander. That's for sure. But would you say he's a taller version of Fox in a way?
Definitely the poor man's Adam Fox, because this is another guy, same thing with Wallander. I don't think he has a very high ceiling, but I think he has a very high floor. I think you're guaranteeing yourself at the bare minimum a 6th or 7th defenseman, and then at the ceiling, maybe a 3rd or 4th guy. So this is one of those you could consider maybe a safe pick, but you're not expecting very much out of him. So like maybe a poor man's Adam Fox at the very best.
Yeah, taller, poor man's Adam
Yeah.
Fox, which wouldn't be the worst, but like I said, yeah, just a right-handed defenseman.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard for the Rangers to fit one in. That's the
Right.
only issue that you really have here.
Mm-hmm. I think this guy is going to take a while. I think if the Rangers do draft him or any team drafts him, I think he's probably closer to 4 years away from the NHL. This is a guy you're going to be waiting on for a while. 'Cause I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to develop, especially his skating ability. The skating it was not there.
Yeah, I haven't watched film on him at all,
It's a concern. With the modern NHL, you need
it's
skating ability.
not only that, but it's a concern given the fact that the Rangers already have trouble with skating, and
Mhm.
clearly they have no one to help with their skating,
Yep,
no coach to help with the skating. So that's definitely a big red flag,
I
if
agree.
you ask me.
There are some players on this list that do have good skating ability. This one really jumped off the page for me. Daniel Butt, Mr. Butt, and this guy's no Beavis. He's good. Uh, Daniel Butt, 6'5" Russian. I was very disinterested in this player. I almost didn't even put him on the list until I watched his highlights. Not only is this man 6'5", but he skates for his size really freaking good. His agility is about average, which for a guy that's 6'5", you'll take average agility. His stride, this player is like Tim Gettinger if Tim Gettinger was good at hockey and could skate. He is built the exact same, tall and freaking lanky, and protects the puck super, super well. He was projected 25, 24, 30. He played mostly in the MHL this year. He played a couple games in the KHL. It wasn't even enough for me to bother including it. 15 goals, 11 assists for 26 points in 26 games, which for the MHL is really, really good numbers. Scoring in Russian leagues is very, very low. You don't see a whole lot of high scoring players in Russian leagues. I don't know why that is. And even the ones that do score a lot, it doesn't always mean everything. I'm sure everyone remembers Nikita Gusev, who was supposed to be the next Artemi Panarin, and I don't even think was a quarter or an eighth of Artemi Panarin. But then you have guys like Artemi Panarin, who lit it up, came over, and were really friggin' good. So it's kind of hard to project Russian players by their numbers, but considering this guy's as big as he is, putting up those numbers, it's pretty promising. This guy, I think, has the hardest shot in the draft, and it's not even funny. And I don't think it's close either. This guy was taking wrist shots that would envy most players' slap shots. He uses his size super freaking well. He protects the puck like Rick Nash-esque. Like, it is absolutely insane. He is north-south. He is not east-west. This is not your big man, like, for a basketball reference here. It's not your big man that's shooting threes. No, he knows who he is. He knows what his size is. He is driving the net, and he is driving the net every single play. Not only is he north-south, but if he wants to cut into the middle, he has one of, I would say, a top 10 toe drag in this friggin' draft. This guy was towing guys every single freaking clip. It was ridiculous. He was poking the puck off guy 6 and turning into a toe drag somehow. If you want the player that is in my top 3 for guys the Rangers should pick at 23rd overall, it's Daniel Butt is right up there. He might even be my number 1. I got to talk about some of the other players first, see if I could reignite a flame behind some of them. But this guy, this guy could be freaking scary. And what I love the most, especially with the modern NHL where everything is speed, 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 not only do you have speed with his long-ass stride, but you're talking about a 6'5" speed demon. He's not only fast, but he can protect the puck. He's got a hard-ass shot. This guy, I want to watch his highlights again because this kid could be scary good.
Yeah, this is definitely. I feel like this would have been the pick if Gallant was still behind the bench. This reeks of a guy that Gerard Gallant would love on the team. For the cons, defensive IQ, positioning. Explain more of that.
So, he's offensively driven. When he's in the defensive zone, he gets a little bit lost in the sauce. He has trouble tracking the puck in the defensive zone. Now, when he's back checking, he back checks very well and he back checks very hard. But if the other team is set up in the defensive zone, it's a guy you worry about a little bit. It's a guy that's going to be scrambling. A guy's going to have both his hands out, kind of waiting for something to happen. A defenseman's going to sneak around behind him. This is stuff that can be taught because his hockey IQ, at least offensively, he's very, very intelligent. Touch passes, receiving touch passes, always prepared for the puck to be around him when his team has the puck. It's just when his team doesn't have the puck, he gets a little bit lost, but it's not anything that can't be taught.
Yeah. I mean, that could easily be fixed with a coach having a legitimate system in place,
Right.
which, something that we don't even know who the Rangers coach is going to be, so
Mhm.
I can't really speak much on that
Right.
front. But yeah, I actually really I like this option a lot. I definitely like this option a lot.
This kid's good, man. And this is, I don't want people to think Riley Tufte when you see another 6'5" plus guy going in the first round. Riley Tufte was exactly what everyone thought he would be: slow, but has a really good shot and good hands. This guy is not slow. This guy can skate with a modern NHL skater. He's gonna take a while to develop. I don't think we see him for 2 years. Maybe he gets a year in the KHL next year, a year in the AHL the year after, if he's willing to take the steps and develop, unlike Vitaly Kravtsov. Um, but man, I think this guy has a super high ceiling. I think this guy has a ceiling higher than that of Kevin Hayes. And Kevin Hayes at one point had a really, really high ceiling.
That's something that gets me excited for sure.
I could see it. But moving on from Mr. Butt onto his pal Beavis. I'm kidding. Callum Ritchie, another big center. Oshawa Generals, 24 goals, 35 assists, 59 points in 59 games. Predicted 13, 14, 26. I don't think he'll be available for the Rangers.
Probably not.
But you never know. His hockey IQ and positioning is ridiculous. He's a very, very smart player. He's got a great shot, above average passing ability. He protects the puck well. He's got good agility, too, which kind of surprised me. That was more of a shock for me, is how well he protected the puck. Active and accurate stick, like not Mark Stone, but maybe like Mark Stone light. Maybe he could develop like it. Who knows? His speed, he's not a very fast skater. The one issue I have with Callum Ritchie is I think he's another high floor, low ceiling. Maybe like a mid ceiling. I think his peak is like maybe like a William Karlsson type. Probably not going to score 40 goals, but maybe like the 20 goal, 40 assist William Karlsson, who's going to be your number one penalty killer. He'll be on the second power play unit, and he'll just be a good all-around player. He won't be a waste of space. He'll be a good player throughout his career. I just don't think he'll ever be a great player. He's not someone that's super high on my list. When I was watching his highlights, it just didn't really excite me. Here's a great way to put it: a modern Jordan Staal, a guy that's going to go high in the draft because you know he's going to be in the NHL. You know he's going to be a good player in the NHL, but there's no guarantee or indication that he's going to be a great NHL player. He's going to be a very, very good one, just probably not a great one.
Yeah, I definitely like Butt more than Richie. That's for sure.
I'm more of a chess guy, but
Uh, in all seriousness, I the only reason I think that the Rangers stay away also from a guy like Richie is because I feel like after the way that they lost in the playoffs, I feel like they're gonna want to get a guy that has that skating ability. I think they're gonna prioritize skating everything, and speed and acceleration being one of the cons definitely is another thing that's alarming. So I don't know if this is gonna be a guy that the Rangers go after unless he does fall to them. Maybe
he's a
then
safe
they
pick.
will.
If nothing else, he's a safe
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah, he definitely seems like a safe pick, especially with the fact that he has the high floor. So, and it wouldn't hurt to have a guy like that as potentially a third line center for your future. It's just, again, like, what do the Rangers think they could, like, do they think they could do better and get themselves potentially a better player than that?
I think that's gonna be that's gonna be the question of whether or not the Rangers want the safe pick, the guaranteed player, or the guy that has a really, really high ceiling. And it's a shame too. It's nothing even against Callum Ritchie. I just think there are other players that have higher ceilings and a more attractive package than a Callum Ritchie. But that also could just be us being like, well, of course you want to go after like it's like humans always are like this, right? We want to gamble. We want the big, big, big thing. But if you want the safe pick, I think Callum Ritchie is one of the safest picks in this draft outside of the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
After Callum Ritchie, this is the guy that I think had me the most excited, is Andrew Costal. How this guy is not projected top 10 is beyond me. 18, 19, and 35. 56 assists and 39 goals in 54 games. I mean, Jesus Christ. This kid's highlight reels, oofa. This kid's good. When I say elite agility, I mean elite. Elite hands. One of the quickest releases I've seen in this draft. Not a hard shot, but it is incredibly accurate. An elite offensive IQ package with elite passing. use the word elite very sparingly, but this player hit elite 4 different times. I mean, the only thing I worry about Cristal, defensively, it's a mess. It's pretty bad. When he gets lost, he gets lost. He is not very strong. He gets bodied very, very easily. He does not have a good reach, and his speed is average. There are moments, and there are clips where he blows by guys, but he's blowing by guys with agility, not necessarily speed. But this is all stuff that can get developed. As you get stronger, specifically in the legs, where the majority of hockey players' strength exists, in the legs and the glutes, he's going to get faster, and it won't be a concern later on. But right off the rip, I can tell you right now what's hurting his draft stock, and the reason we're not seeing him in top 10 projections is his speed and his strength. Defensively, I don't really think scouts worry too much about that, especially when you're looking at offensive dynamos, which is something Cristal I think could be. I worry a lot about his speed and strength. I think a lot of scouts do too, and that's why he's projected low. But this guy, this guy's good.
Yeah, this is one of the few guys that I've seen film on. It's definitely, probably biasly, my favorite out of all the names, at least thus far. I would definitely love it if he does fall. I don't think he's going to fall. That's the only issue. I think they'd have to trade up a few spots if they did want to get Cristal. And I don't know if he's worth trading up for. I don't know if he's good enough where it's worth packaging someone with that pick to get him. But I do think that if he does fall, that it's a no-brainer to go get Cristal.
I think this is a guy that's going to get pick up off the board a lot earlier than anyone has him projected. I think he actually will end up going top 10, and it's going to be from a team that's willing to take a risk, or a team like Arizona's they have the 12th overall pick from Ottawa in their pick. I think they'll take the shot and grab him. I think they'll just grab him early. Good player, dude. Yeah. Super high ceiling.
Yeah, and if it shakes up where they get Michkov and Cristal, that wouldn't be bad. No, that would not be bad.
Dude, it wouldn't be. But this Cristal guy, I am big on Cristal. Riley Heidi, this guy I was high on and then I was low on. I'm mid on Riley Heidi. All right, if that's how you even say his name. 25 goals and 72 assists for 97 points in 68 games played. 22, 27, 51 projections. Plays very physical and very hard. Great hockey IQ, a great shot, smart passer, above average agility. So it's better than the norm, but it's not elite. Great puck protection. The only thing I worry about is his speed and acceleration, which is pretty much average, and he loses the puck a lot making the extra move. So this is kind of a riverboat gambler. Maybe someday could develop into a Brad Marchand type, because this guy loves to lay body. The reverse hits, the hits onto forechecks, everything. This guy, there is potential there, but I think some stuff needs to get figured out. I think the maturity with not making the extra moves, which there were a lot of instances where he lost the puck making an extra move in the clips I was watching, and he's got to get faster, especially in a modern game, has got to become a better skater.
Yeah, that's, again, another thing where it's like, I don't know if the Rangers are going to go after guys that don't have the best of skating abilities. I think that they got to at least be slightly above average with their skating for the Rangers to consider them, at least in this year's draft, because of the way that they lost to New Jersey, like I mentioned. But I do like a lot of the attributes there, especially when it comes to the hockey IQ, which is something that, my God, the Rangers desperately need guys with high hockey IQ.
I agree. It's that and speed. We're lacking both. But this guy, I think I have number 1 on my list. This one surprised me more than anything else. So Nate Danielson. Let me tell you guys a little bit about Nate Danielson. 33 goals, 45 assists. The captain, by the way, also for the Brandon Wheat Kings, set for 78 points in 68 games played, projected 15, 26, and 17. This guy is like the jack of all trades, the master of none. He's got a great shot. He's got great speed. He's got good agility, great passing ability. He's got great hands, great hockey IQ, drives the freaking net, is a damn leader. The biggest, especially watching his freaking clips, he passed up so many shooting opportunities.
He'll fit right in.
Oh my God, it was driving me fucking crazy. This guy has Rangers written all over him. Because this guy has a ridiculous shot. Like this guy, like seriously, like one of the most, not the best release in the class, but a really good release and a super hard shot. I wish he'd shoot it more. I was watching a video on him. The guy was saying he averages less than 4 shots a game. The guy was averaging less than 4 shots a game and still put up 33 goals in 68 games played. This is a guy I think could be a very, very low risk, high reward type pick because I think a lot of people are sleeping on him because he's not the biggest name in the world. I mean, Nate Danielson is kind of like a Mark Smith name. The name doesn't like jut out at you. So maybe he'll fall back. But dude, I think this kid could end up being a really, really good player. I think this is a guy that you could see a 30-30 center out of. Like, I'm not even 30 goals, 30 assists center. I think. Because he's got dude, he could skate so well. So well. I like this guy a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that. And like I said, he'll fit right in. Doesn't utilize his shot enough. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Seriously.
Welcome aboard. You'd fit right in. But in all seriousness, those are things that he could obviously just start using his shot more.
Exactly.
That's something that's very fixable. He seems like a safe pick too.
Mm-hmm.
No? Seems like a safe pick.
100%. I don't want to say this guy is guaranteed to be in the NHL, but I think it's pretty safe to assume this guy's going to be in the NHL at one point. If you looked at his supporting cast in Brandon, it really was not even that good either. And he was putting up these numbers. Like, this kid's good. This kid is really, really good.
Yeah, he's not elite at anything, but he's good or great at certain things. Definitely a safe pick. That's another guy where it's like potential third line center written all over him.
At the minimum. I think if he's in the NHL, he's your bare minimum third line center.
You think he could be a second line center one day?
I think that's his ceiling.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe like a 1A, 2B. Like, I don't want to say Derek Stepan because his style is not similar to Derek Stepan, but his ceiling in terms of production similar to Derek Stepan. Maybe just below or just above 60 points a year, which is not by any means a bad player.
Is there any Ranger past or present you could compare him to based on what you saw?
Prime Derek Brassard.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, that was the
just
vibe
from reading. Just from reading everything, that's the vibe I'm getting too. With like a Derek Brassard light,
like just
maybe better even.
Right, just good at everything. Like he's not elite by any means in any category. He's just good at everything.
Yeah.
Which
I can see that.
I'll take that. I swear to God, I will.
And if he's gonna produce like Brassard in the playoffs, yeah, sign me up.
100%. This guy is.
Wow, Sale's on this list.
Yep. This is a guy where I see a little bit of Filipino in him, and not just because he's Czech, but because of just watching his clips. 7-7, 14 and 43 games played in the Czech men's league. 4 goals, 6 points in 5 games at World Junior 18s, and then followed it up with 6 points in 7 games in the Junior 20s. So. Consistent. Projected 12, 25, and 7. This guy's everywhere. He's playing in a men's league. So right off the rip, you know you're getting a player who's experienced playing against adults. He's got a great shot and the best release in the draft class. Maybe definitely rivaled by Bedard. But if not, dude, it's up there. This kid, like, he would hardly move his freaking wrists. And the puck was in the back of the net before the goalie could even look. Could even blink. It was ridiculous. Great passer, great hands. Active stick. Plays very, very hard. My biggest pet peeve, unnecessary passes. Passes up his shot a lot to make unnecessary passes. His strength is below average, and his puck battles, he's very inconsistent with winning puck battles. This literally, if this doesn't scream Philip Hedl, I don't know what does. The only thing, I think this is more controlled chaos, whereas Hedl is just kind of chaos. Like, Hedl's got good hands, but his moves aren't oh wow, like Hedl's hands aren't silky. They're just chaotically fast and good. Whereas this is more like silky and controlled versus Hedl. And that would be the big difference between the two. But this is another guy I think is a safe pick, and I think you see him in the league sooner rather than later.
Yeah, his releases, I'm assuming, is better also than Hedl's, right?
So good. This is a guy you want to see clips on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look. I didn't even think of him on the radar because I thought of him as a top 10, top 15 pick. But if he falls to the Rangers, yeah, that's a no-brainer to get.
Easy money.
Pick him up.
Easy money, this guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. He's just got to develop that strength. That's my biggest concern. And last but not least, not related to Adam Edstrom, but David Edstrom. This guy, I was going to stop the list at 9, but I figured I got one more guy to look at. Let me just look at him and see. Just see what's what. Window shop a little bit, right? This guy became, aside from, so my top three, I'm just going to go ahead and say it now, was Butt, because I like Butt. Butt is not my favorite. Like I said, I'm more of a Cjeths guy, but I like Butt. It's not bad. Uh, I like Butt. I like Crystal. And I like Danielson, but just ahead of Danielson and Sale, I have David Edstrom. And this guy is very low-key. This is a guy that might even fall way, way, way further back than 23. So it could be a guy we see picked later in the draft. 15 goals, 13 assists for 28 points in 28 games played. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in 11 SHL games. So we got big boy games this year. You're going to see a lot more big boy games next year. 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points in 7 U18 World Championship games. McKenzie didn't even have him on his radar. 42 for elite prospects, 22 by Mayor of Whoville. He's got a great reach. The best forechecker, I think, of the draft. I've never seen a man cause so many turnovers in my freaking life. Great stick check. Great skating ability for his size. He's a bigger boy. I think he's like 6'4". Great skater for his size. He doesn't stop skating hard. He plays hard through and through. Does not take a shift off. Protects the puck very well. Good hockey IQ. Very good at faceoffs. He backchecks like a mother effer. Like, this is the guy, like, if you play against him in men's league, you just hate him because he backchecks so hard. Just will not give you the free breakaway at 11:30 at night. He's a good passer, low-risk player. This is not a guy you're going to see, like looking for seams to make passes. He's going to make the safe pass 99 times out of 100. Every now and again, you'll see, like, oh, wow, that's actually a pretty nice play. He's going to take the safe play most of the time. One thing that concerns me a little bit is for a big man, average strength, average shot. He's not super aggressive with the puck. And when I say not super aggressive, that is literally just me related to what I just said. He's not looking for the pitch perfect pass. He's not looking for the perfect shot. He's not looking to burn every defender. Like, this guy is, I wouldn't pick him with the 23rd overall pick, but if the Rangers trade up into the second round, late, early, or mid, or anything in between, I would love this guy in a Rangers jersey because I think it's a very low-risk pick with anything past a first-round pick. I am a big fan of this kid.
Yeah, if he falls in the second round, I would definitely take him. He kind of reeks of a taller Vinny Trocheck,
Yes,
right?
yes, because this guy, I'm telling you right now, I watched, because there wasn't any highlight reel of him. There was just shift by shift games. There was like 30 of them on YouTube. I watched 10 of them. If in those 10 clips this man did not have 50 takeaways in those 10 games, he must have had 45 because it was ridiculous the amount of takeaways this guy has. This guy might be the best stick lifter I've ever seen in my life. And it's not just lifting the stick and then, losing the puck area. It was lifting the stick and his stick was down and on the puck before the other guy had his stick even halfway down to where he fucking brought it. Like, this guy, like, is seriously like Mark Stone vibes the way he plays. Slow as shit, nothing flashy, but damn does this guy have a ton of takeaways. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I would definitely be on board with this pick. I would lean more towards the second round,
Yes,
like I said,
absolutely.
but this would not be a bad pick at all for a potential third line center, fourth line center.
I'm a big fan. This guy, I really hope he drops because I don't think I'd waste a first round. I don't want to say waste. I wouldn't use a first round pick on him, but if he falls back, the Rangers can get David Edstrom. They should be all over it. But I'm telling you right now, I think the Rangers' number one option, hands down for me, if I'm the Rangers drafting, my number one option is Crystal. And I think everyone can agree on that. If he's available, you've got to take that kid. I don't think they will, but I hope they do. After him, I have Butt. After that, I probably have Danielson. And then Edstrom I have way after that. But the defenseman, I'm willing to stay away from. Callum Ritchie is a safe bet. So what's up, babe? You got me a water? Oh, how nice of you. I'm talking so much, I could use the water. Thank you. Callum Ritchie, I think, is a super, super safe bet if you want to make the safe bet. Like I said, the modern Jordan Staal. Dragicevic, mid-on. Mussy, I love. And Willander, I think Nils Lundqvist hangover on him. I'm not super high on him, but there's going to be plenty of options. By the time the Rangers pick a 23rd overall, unless every single player is somehow picked by them, you're going to have a good option no matter what. Because there is not a single player on this list I would not pick. Like, all these players are not guys, like, if I had to pick them, I would absolutely take them. But there are guys I favor over the other, if you know what I'm saying, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would put Danielson above Butt personally.
Really?
That for me, I would put Danielson above him. I just like how safe of a pick Danielson is. I really do. I think that they shouldn't go too risky with their pick because, like someone said in chat, I don't know if I could find the comment, but like the amount of times that this organization has just swung for the fence and missed so bad.
Really,
I think it's
bad.
Yeah, I think it's better for them to just go with the safer pick with a guy like Danielson.
My big thing is too, like, and what bothered me the most with the Rangers, specifically with Kravtsov and Nils Lundqvist. These are two guys that were playing off their ass and were projected to be way better than they ever were going to be. The fact that the Rangers did not trade Nils Lundqvist when his stock was at its highest was a big mistake. Same thing with Vitaly Kravtsov. I think we all kind of knew that these players would never be elite talents. We wanted them to be so bad, but their ceilings never really were that high. And we just freaking waited on him. Whereas you take a guy like, I have to go back and go over everything we just talked about, but you take a guy like a Heidi, for example, right? He's probably going to light it up in juniors next year and the year after that. If his trade value is super, super high and there's a player you want to go after on the trade market, or a young guy like a DeBrincat, if we ever found the money to do so, then I think you use those as trade chips more than developmental players. Because I think their trade value for a lot of these players is going to be higher than they ever will be in terms of on-ice value. If that makes any sense. I know I'm using weird terminology, but this is the best way I can think to describe it.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. And I agree completely. But this comment's just too true. Is there anyone's brother or son in this draft? Because that's where the Rangers will probably go. I saw Freak Bleach commenting about this guy a bit in the chat. I'm gonna quickly look him up on
I'm actually gonna go
Elite
through
Prospects.
I'm gonna go look through the chat. I haven't even looked at chat. I haven't looked at my chat.
Let's see if there's. I want to see this guy. He's projected. Yeah, he's pretty much projected. The highest that he's ranked is 14 by Draft Prospect Hockey.
So another guy that could end up being a safe pick. That's not. Man, I must have skipped over him. I didn't even see that name on there.
Let me quickly look. He is. He had 3 points in 23 games in the SHL. He played junior hockey also a bit. Let's see. 5'11". Could play center or wing. I'm going to have to watch some film on him. Troy did not want to draft his own nephew, but drafted a Boston Lindbaum.
God, that Lindbaum pick fucking pisses me off so much. What a bad pick. That guy might be the biggest waste ever. All right, hey, hold on. I'll be right back. And when I get back, I want to go over all the comments. I just gotta go see what she's wanting to show me real quick.
All right.
She just spent all my money. What I have left of it. I'm coming. I'll be right back.
To quickly look at Otto Stenberg, I'm quickly looking at a bit of highlights here to see what he's about. He's probably just another guy that's not gonna blow you away, I'm guessing. That was a nice stick work there, though. I'd like to see like a shift by shift if I could video, because that will really tell me more. If anyone has though any scouting report here on him, that'd be nice, because I'm watching this. Let me quickly look at chat though. See what you guys are saying. All the tools, two-way game, leadership qualities. Okay, so he's like a Danielson pretty much. He's got good everything and solid compete. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I mean, this is only like 2 shifts, but it looks like he's quick on the back check. Fairly quick on the back check. I don't know if that's a system thing with the team that he's on or what, but he looks like he's on that back check quick. He hasn't done anything flashy though. Thus far, here we go. Loses the puck there. I wish I could show you guys without getting copyrighted, but we know how that goes. Let's just see what you guys are saying in chat. You'd say he's better than Danielson, really? Like what separates him from Danielson, would you say? Because that's interesting that you say that he's better. Is it like I do like the fact that he has played against men, grown men, unlike a Danielson. That's one thing I will say that I do like about him. I'm just interested to see if like the new coach has any impact on what they're gonna do, or if they're just gonna go with guys that have good speed and skating just because of the fact that New Jersey torched them in that aspect of the game. He doesn't have the same reach, but he's a positionally sound forechecker. The only issue he has, there are issues with his consistency. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Another guy that would fit right in with that issue. I don't think they have to go for a guy that's definitely a right winger. They can move guys like a lot of these guys that we looked at were centers. They could easily move those guys to the wing fairly easily too. I think Stenberg's offensive skill set is stronger than Danielson, better passing and better shot. That's fair. I want to go back to the highlights now just so I could see kind of more what you're alluding to when it comes to like the shot and the passing. It was just told me. Is it like that? Yeah, that was a nice pass there. Yeah, that's true. Panarin will probably be gone by the time whoever they end up drafting. Whoever they end up drafting is anyway. Panarin will probably be gone by then. Kreider will ideally be left wing 3. Yeah, that too. Although, again, another guy that might not be here by the time this guy's ready. Because you're probably looking at like a 2 to 3 year window for whoever they draft, maybe even 4. Ooh, that shot was nice. This one's an assist. Let's see this assist. That's a nice little pass there. I gotta do some more deep diving on some of these players. I haven't watched really any Danielson film, so I can't say anything, but the shot does look nice from Stenberg. At least from the few highlights that I'm seeing. I really like. And his passing too is really good. You're not wrong that like this is another guy where he sounds similar, at least from how Cjeths described Danielson. It just seems like they're very similar players, and you can't really go wrong with either. in my opinion, at least, because of the fact that they're both just safe picks, and these are guys that just are they're good at everything. They're not elite at anything, just good all around, which I would absolutely take any day if I'm the Rangers. Because, like I said, I'm as cool as it would be for them to swing for the fence and hit on a potential offensive dynamo franchise altering type player, potentially hit on that late, like we've seen with guys before that fall in the draft, that it just happens. There's always at least one per draft. It would be nice for the Rangers to get that, but at the same time, I would be more than okay with them just getting a solid NHL player. And I feel like it makes sense to go in the route of a guy like Stenberg or a guy like Danielson anyway, just because of the fact that their ceiling is at best a second line center. Realistically, they're probably third line centers. So, and we know that the Rangers just don't like to give top six roles to some of these players. So you might as well just get a guy that's gonna play lower on the depth chart. Oh, I didn't realize Willinder's on his team there too. Yeah, his passing is really ooh. I don't know who he passed it to, but that guy was nice. Is that the same guy that Cjeths was talking about? Now I need to say before I sound stupid. Let me see quickly. Where is I want to see who's on his team, because I think that am I going crazy? Or is that just the Swedish juniors team just in general? Let me see quickly. Yeah, it's the same guy. That was Edstrom, who looked really nice there on that one play. Damn. The hands by Edstrom on that goal, that was nice. I wish I could show what I'm looking at, but oh, YouTube. Ooh. That goal was disgusting. Yeah, that Swedish team is really nice. Some of these guys look really good. Some of these assists. Post the link in the comments. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually. Here, this is the video that I'm watching right now. If you guys want to check out the highlights that I'm watching, and that Edstrom goal, I'll give you guys the timestamp for it too, if I could get it correctly. Let me see. It was at like about the 4-minute mark. Yeah, if you go to the 4-minute mark, that goal by Edstrom was disgusting. That too, yeah, it speaks a lot that he got the captaincy. That's another thing that I think that the Rangers really need to consider is getting a guy that's a leader type, because you know how this leadership group is and how much I get on them. I think that should be something that the Rangers take into consideration there. It's getting a leader type. I'm gonna have to dive deeper into these guys. Let me look at some draft boards and see, because I do wonder if some of these guys could if there's anyone interesting, anyone else interesting. Braden Yeager, I thought that guy was supposed to go higher in the draft. He's ranked pretty far down on Craig Button's list. 7th by Bobby Margarita, though. I mean, if he falls to the Rangers, I feel like the Rangers should take him. I don't know much about him, but I've heard his name early, although there could be a reason he's dropped. If anyone has information on Braden Yeager. 6-foot center. Oliver Moore is someone who probably isn't going to fall to us, but if you want to window shop a talented exponent, yeah, I would love for them to get a guy like that. Oliver Moore. Let me check out some Oliver Moore highlights. So we're here. Might as well look. Yeah, Yeager, I thought he was like an elite level player potentially, so I don't know why he's 18th on that board, but who knows? Let's see what I want to see some of these more highlights. Okay, I don't need one where it's like showing arrows and everything. Let me just see. Show me the highlights. But you're saying that this guy's probably not going to fall, which would definitely suck if they did want to go for a guy. Let me also just get like the base, like his height and weight and everything. 5'11", 176, a center. Yeager's low on some people's list because they have concerns about his strength. That's fair. But I feel like that's so teachable that it's like, or not teachable necessarily, but like that's something that could very easily be improved. That's like, I don't know if I'd pass on a guy like Yeager because of his strength when he could get in the weight room. Ooh. More blue by that defender. Yeah, I would love if they could get their hands on an Oliver Moore. Yeah, it's definitely tough to find a elite level talent late in the first round. Yeah, his speed is disgusting. That backhander was disgusting too. Wow. Oh, I would love for this guy to follow the Rangers. That shot was gross too. That Gatorade bottle went flying.
Who y'all got now?
Oliver Moore.
Oliver Moore. All right.
This kid is sick. Oh my god, his skating is unreal. Where is he ranked on people's boards? Yeah, he's ranked very high on boards. I don't think there's any way he falls to the Rangers, sadly, but
What's he projected to be?
he's projected to go 11th, according to Bobby Margarita.
Bobby Margarita.
The mayor of Whoville has him at 16.
Ugh.
And Elite Prospects has him at 8. And yeah, Jay Lewis, like I was alluding to before, it's not impossible. There's always players that fall late in the draft, like your Kyle Connors, your David Pasternak, your Vladimir Tarasenko's that end up becoming elite level players. But the question is, do the Rangers want to gamble and swing for the fence on a guy like that? Or is it better to go with the safe pick? To me, I would rather them go with the safe pick. That's just me. But I could understand if you feel differently. Dude, if Oliver Moore falls, the Rangers, I feel like they gotta trade up for a guy like this. For highlights too before, and
I'm telling you, he's nice, ain't he?
not as nice as Oliver Moore. My God. Oh my God. I'm putting the link in chat for this one at the timestamp. Everybody needs to watch this goal that Oliver Moore scored here. Everybody needs to watch this. That was... Oh my God.
Let's see. I got an ad for StreamYard. Like, we're already here, brother.
Yeah, seriously, get it. Leave us alone. We're using your program.
Oh my God, that wraparound was retarded. Holy shit.
That was wild.
He's definitely a member of the hands team.
Yeah.
Oh shit, just clicked the wrong thing.
Unfortunately, I can't see him fall past Pittsburgh unless Dubas does what Dubas does and trades down. I think he could go earlier than that.
He's got good balance, too. Man, I like this kid a lot, damn.
Yeah, I would love for the Rangers to get a guy like this, but probably not realistic.
Yeah, I don't think he falls very far.
No.
He's got
There's no shot.
Dude, he's got silky ass miss.
The only reason he'd fall is because of his size. That's it.
How big is he?
He's 5'11", 176.
Honestly, maybe the Rangers should just get every pick in the draft after 5, and then we could just have everybody.
I'd be down for that.
Make our life
Everything
easier.
people complain about more are the same things people complain about with Hughes. He's definitely a Hughes light. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I think he goes earlier than that spot to Pittsburgh. I could see Detroit drafting a guy like this if they don't trade that pick for DeBrincat.
This kid is
He's
nice.
fast, but will speed translate into the NHL? See where that went? Yeah, exactly.
Kid's good. I like that Alvin Moore kid. He's solid.
Yeah. That's definitely my favorite if they had the opportunity to get him, but I don't think it's realistic. I'm surprised how Braden Yeager is low on a couple people's boards.
Dude, he fell a lot. He fell a lot. Like, he for a while was projected pretty much top 5 through and through, I think. And
Yeah.
he's just kind of...
That's what I thought.
He's fallen way off. Oh, shit. I said I was going to go through and look at all the old comments, and I just completely skipped that.
I'll be back in a minute while you go through and look at that.
All right. Okay, let's see where we left. All right. So I left off at... I stopped reading at 6:09 p.m. Let's see. I also like Musty. My only grass enemy is not physical. Yeah, I agree with that. Callum Ritchie. Yeah, Ritchie has a really good shot. I'm looking at your comment, Frank Bleach. Four Swedish Frenchmen. Yep. Take Osmond over Bedard. Need to draft a center. I'm with drafting a center. Yeah, if it's right. Yeah, Stenberg, I missed out on this list. I totally overlooked that one. I do like Leonard, but doubt raining in the right wing and season. Yeah. Well, I know. Center's a tough position to develop, man. You see a lot of guys come out of juniors and switch to the wing because it's just a hard position to play. Yeah, Gabe Perreault. Oleg Vosh. Yeah, Heidi is a good player, but he's just a safe pick. He's really nothing else. He's just solid all around. A lot more initial. I'm pretty high on Solly or Sale, however you say his name, because dude, watching his clips, kid just looks solid. Like he just looks like a better, I don't want to say better, a more polished Filipino. I was pretty big on him. Cjeths new GM confirmed. They'd never allow it. I'm not good at nepotism. You're going to draft somebody's brother. There you go, right there. Prepared for the next McElrath and Jessamine. Yeah, facts. Yeah, Carl Henderson. I mean, at the time, it wasn't a bad pick. He just did not develop, man. Doobie, Dom Moore, Fast Cal. I know.
We got some pizza chat. Not with pineapple on it, but we got pizza.
Spared yourself today. Let's see. I like those Oliver Moore clips, dude. That kid looks nice.
Oh, yeah, he does. I would love it. I would kill for a guy like that on the Rangers.
The Rangers just never draft guys like that. They
Nope, it's not in their DNA.
They go with boring picks, or they go for just such unbelievable reaches that no one thinks they'll ever work out.
Real deal pizza? No, it's real deal pizza. No, no Domino's here.
He ordered it from Joey's place.
Yeah.
Just dropped it off.
Yeah. Joey delivered it just now. That's why it took me a bit. I was talking to him.
It was a short podcast. It was like 15 minutes. Cricket. I miss Joey, man. I wish Joey could stream more.
Yeah, it's once a week.
I hate that for him, dude, because I actually really, really like listening to his podcast. His Ryan Callahan interview was fucking awesome. I haven't listened to the Dave Jackson one, but his Ryan Callahan interview was awesome.
Yeah. That was good. The Dave Jackson one I'm not going to be happy, though, about with that, after that text that he sent about Dwight King.
Yeah, I'm a little sussy about that one.
Yeah.
Take a look at Guliev or see Michelle. Let me see what Guliev is. Or Guliev, if I saw that right. Guliev. Valeri. Did he say Valeri or he said Mikhail? I'm assuming it's Mikhail because he's 2004.
He didn't give a first name.
Yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, it's Mikhail. All right, so 5'10", 170. Let's see. You can fly out there, give him an inch. He sprinted, mile passion, cleanest stride you've ever seen. I'm with that. Oh, damn.
Left or right shot?
I think he's a lefty. Left shot. He had 35 points in 54 games 2 years ago. This year he had 25 and 22. Played KHL games, had an assist in 13 games, 10 points in 17 playoff games. Damn. Didn't play. Oh wait, never mind. Nobody in Russia played in World Juniors. Never mind. Kind of forgot about all that. That kid's got sick numbers though. Guliev, and after Guliev, who did he have?
Simashev.
Well, Dmitry Simashev, partner with Mikhail Guliev. 6'4", it's a big boy. He's 200 pounds at 18 years old. Jesus Christ.
Patrick Nemo.
Seriously. If you can match. So a speedy 6'4" defenseman. Had KHL games. Low scoring. Lots of PIM. I want to say lots of PIMs, but PIMs.
Okay, so he's like Mikla. He probably just doesn't aware that he's not aware that he's 6'4".
Right. Oh god, dude. Like Mikla, man, like could really like be a really good player, but that guy is just so awkward on his feet.
Yeah.
That was my biggest gripe with him.
I'd let him walk.
I want to see some more Simashev. I want to see Simashev clips. That kid looks solid. Kid looks super solid. God, I had to get a tutorial as to how her new hair machine works. It's got like all these attachments or something. Like she built the fucking loadout in there. Like, oh, whatever makes them happy.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta people please sometimes. All right. I also installed the basketball hoop on my door. If I sink this shot, Musty's going to the Rangers. This is for all of
And I'll buy the Decision jersey.
Oh, hold on, I gotta see if I can tilt my computer so it's not like I could lie about it. I'm probably gonna miss fucking horribly. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to show it. Damn. Hold on. let me try to make it so I could actually show me missing the shot just royally. What the fuck? Pulling on wires real quick. All right. For Musty and Decision. I'm probably not even gonna fucking hit the net too. I hit the net. Oh, it came right back. Rebound. I got the board. Fuck. Well, no Musty, and it's my fault. You could thank
no
me.
Cardio jersey.
No Cardio jersey. You guys can thank me when Musty is available for the Rangers at 23rd overall and they pass on him.
Yeah. Everyone tagged Cjeths on Twitter. Blame him.
You missed the
shot. Get on him.
Does Kachuk have another brother? God, I hope so. I don't think so, though.
Probably not.
God, this.
Although Brady's getting married, so maybe they'll get on it.
Right, yeah, they'll have to hurry up.
Happy 6'9", by the way, everyone. Forgot to say that.
Oh shit.
Happy sex.
Look at that. If you like butt, you will like Charlie Stramel.
I wish I had this much knowledge on the draft.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like on and off every some years I'm really into it, and some years I really just don't give a shit. This is one of the
when the Rangers were rebuilding, always into it.
Oh yeah. Charlie Stramel.
I don't think I can name a lot of picks from last year's draft. I didn't really even watch the draft last year.
Dude, hold on. Let's actually kind of a fun idea to go through last year's draft and see what everyone's doing. I haven't even done my Rangers retrospective yet. I usually every single year I'll go back before this draft, the upcoming draft, and I'll go over all the picks in the Rangers last year and see if they developed at all. And usually, more often than not, they did not develop.
Yeah.
Who did we pick? Who did we pick last year in the first round? Did we not have a first round pick?
We didn't have one. We got Sakura in the second round.
Right. Where is he? Oh, is he not even? I don't even think Adam Sakura is gonna show up on Hockey DB.
Even though he played games for Hartford?
Oh, there he is. I'm an idiot. I just completely overlooked it. All right, let's see. The 2022 NHL entry draft. Here, I got an idea. Here, I'll do this. So this is the draft from last year. Actually, I really want to try something. Hold on. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
I don't even know most of these players.
Oh, no. I need you on camera real quick. I need you to try to pronounce 3 names.
No.
Grace. Come here. All right. You see that name?
Do it.
All right. How do you pronounce that name? This is the Montreal Canadiens' first overall pick from last year.
Is that a French name?
It's Slovakian.
Oh. Slovak.
Just try to say his first name. You want to pull up a chair?
No, it's fine. I'm watching Law and Order.
All right. Go ahead and say that name for me.
Are you live?
We're both there. You're live. Make sure you speak loud so everyone can hear you in the microphone. Okay, not that loud. Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Try to say it.
Gerard
Okay, it's Yura. And how do you say that name?
Slavkovsky.
Slavkovsky.
Oh, that was close.
Wasn't awful.
No, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought.
Marco Casper killed it.
What about this one?
Kevin.
Kevin what?
Grace spent too much time at UBS Arena. She's not really familiar with these names.
She's used to the Anders Lees of the world.
Yeah, where Lou Lamoriello doesn't allow any foreigners outside of Sorokin.
Serious.
If you're not a goalie, then
Right.
you gotta be local. You gotta be from North America.
Oh, I'm sorry. I bet you can't even hear right now. Let me unplug the headset.
One, can I hear you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Evan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How do you say that name?
And myself.
Oh shit. How about now?
Still could hear myself a bit.
How about now?
It's good now.
So go ahead, Grace. Say that name right there. Kevin what? Nice and slow. Come on. Korchinski.
I don't know.
All right. How about this is an easy one. It's
Frank.
Frank what?
Nazar.
Nazar. There you go. All right. All right. You ready?
I thought you said 3.
Now do Jonathan. Jonathan what?
Jonathan. Lee recommend. I don't know.
Lekaramaki.
No.
All right. Ivan what?
Mikroshenko.
Marashnichenko. And yeah, this is a French one. You want to do French? Maverick?
Limerix.
Lamoureux.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
You quit?
Yeah. Eat my happy cola, please.
I'll quit New York.
All quit New York. Isn't that right, babe? All quit New York. Can I have my basketball?
She's going back to UBS Arena.
I honestly, I think she might have caught. It's should be on the floor there, babe. I completely missed a shot earlier. Yeah, I think she caught like some sort of brain disease at UBS Arena, right, babe?
Yeah, from the Matt Martin jersey, right? Was that it?
What jersey did they make you wear when you went to UBS? Do you remember who was on the back?
No.
She doesn't even remember who was on the back.
It was someone famous.
Was someone famous?
And then I took it.
It was definitely a Matt Martin jersey.
I'm assuming it was.
When did we go to New York?
Hmm?
When did we go to New York last?
When are we going to New York again?
No, when did we go last?
Oh. Was it January?
January.
Damn, it was that long. That was 5 friggin' months ago.
It was January.
Jesus Christ, it still feels like we just got back sometimes. I still think I have a suitcase with like a couple items in there that I haven't even taken out yet.
No, I can't
That is something I would do.
the number.
But I'm the worst with that.
17?
17's Matt Martin.
Then
Yeah.
Exactly
Oh,
what we
yeah,
thought.
17.
That's Matt Martin, babe. All right, anyways, back.
Again, Islanders, just no foreigners on that
No,
team allowed.
not allowed.
No.
All right, I'm gonna.
And North American only.
Do you want to go through and see what all the draft picks look like from last year?
Yeah, because I literally have no idea 90% of these people.
All right, so oh shit,
I know Brad Lambert just because the Rangers traded that pick.
Right. Oh damn! Hold on. When I'm clicking on these players, it's opening up another tab. It's not. Hold on,
Google back at it again.
dude. Seriously, I have to go through and like click screenshot. Like, how do I make it so it doesn't open a new tab? Oh, here I could just do that. That's better. Okay.
Or that.
So Slavy seconds. All right, he got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, he got hurt. I think against the Rangers, actually, too, was his last game of the season, funny enough. If I'm not mistaken.
So there you go.
I'm probably wrong, but... Damn it, Kreider, you did it again to a Canadian.
Dude, fact. God damn it. Of course it freaking. Okay, share. Okay. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to open up every single tab, crash my fucking computer, and we'll just go through them one at a time.
Do 10 at a time.
Think 10?
Yeah, do 10 at a time.
All right, we'll go to
That's
Simone
probably the way to
Nemec,
go.
who actually had a pretty good year.
Oh,
Bastard.
I hate this guy.
He had a good year, too. 34 points in the AHL with Utica.
I hate him.
He's going to end up being really good. I freaking know it.
Yep, that's why I hate him.
Logan Cooley. This kid had a monster year. He actually got in trouble for creating a biohazard at UMinn.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't wipe his coolie after he went to the bathroom. Shane Wright, who honestly did really well. 37 points in
Come on
20
now.
O-show games. Damn.
What were his numbers in Coachella?
4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points, 8 games. They played 18 playoff games. He only had 6 points, but Shane Wright's like an interesting case study because like this kid could really end up being like elite or could end up being mid as fuck. And I don't think there's any in between.
The Mets are winning right now, by the way.
That's a surprise. Cutter Gauthier.
Rare W.
Good year. Damn. Of course the friggin' Flyers got a good draft pick. Bastards.
Yeah, Cutter Gauthier is going to be sick. I think the Flyers, there was something recently I saw where it's like they're willing to trade anyone but this kid.
Really? I hope they
Yeah.
I hope they trade him.
I'm glad I could call these players kids now because now I'm older than them.
David Juracek. Damn, he had a good year too. That was a guy I was pretty high on in the draft.
This is another... I'm really interested to see what Columbus is doing with that blue line.
Ah, dude, I don't know. I thought that Severson trade was dumb as hell. Oh, not the trade, the signing. I mean, 8 years, $6.25 million. Jesus.
Phil tweeted earlier, and he's just dead on. John Davidson learned nothing from his job with the
He
Rangers.
didn't.
Like, did he not realize how bad accelerating the rebuild went here? I don't know what he's doing, thinking that it's smart to do it there too.
Rocket, he'll never learn. Korchinski actually had a pretty solid year. 73 points in 54 games. Marco Casper.
Chicago's future just got so interesting.
Dude, it did. Dude, Marco Casper sounds like a villain in like a not Homelander, a Zoolander movie.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, it's Marco Casper.
He played a game.
72 pims. What the? He must have had just a game where he just got banned from the league or something. Holy shit.
He had to just been intentionally throwing the puck over the glass.
Right, like 72 pims is a lot.
Or he was doing the Pierre-Luc Dubois, but to other teams instead of his own teammate because he wanted to get out of there.
Matthew Savoie. Oh, he's in Winnipeg. That doesn't count.
That's.
That's a monster year too.
I mean, at least it's not too bad of an adjustment when he goes to Buffalo. It's not like he's going from Winnipeg to Florida. Could you imagine that?
Oh, dude.
If he was drafted by the Panthers, oh, forget it.
Too hot. He'd retire. He'd just retire.
He'd ask for a trade out easily.
Seriously, he would. I mean, I would second his motion. So this guy Minty,
I would try to orchestrate the trade for him.
just to spare the poor spirit. This Mintyukov guy had 54 points in 37 Osho games. Got traded to the 67s and was just barely over a point a game. And I wonder if they just diminished his minutes. Connor,
Who's he on the Duck?
He got drafted by the Ducks, dude. This kid's gonna be solid too. At least I thought he was.
When are the Ducks gonna be good again?
Probably never. Oh, look here, Connor Geeky, another
They
Winnipeg.
can't
guy.
win lotteries.
No, they can't win shit.
Yes.
Dude, Bedard and
More
Zegras
Winnipeg.
would've been
Oh,
sick.
he's going to Arizona though. That's tough.
Well,
Winnipeg to Arizona is a tough transition there.
yeah, he's going from like the arid cold to the arid heat.
Oh boy, poor guy.
But you feel for him. You do.
I sort of feel for him, but at the same time, I don't, considering the fact that he's wearing shorts when it's snowing outside for sure. Like
Right, exactly.
a nice 20-degree day.
Dude, you know what
Oh, it's close to 30. We gotta go to the beach.
Right. You know what a sad truth is, and I caught myself doing it, and I really felt like just the biggest bitch in the world. So we've been living in Charlotte now for probably, I think we're coming up on year 7 or year 6, however long it's been. And it was like the other day, like a few months ago, it was like 40 or 50 degrees out. I was like, damn, it's cold out. I was wearing like sweatpants and stuff. I'm the asshole that was shoveling outside in a wife beater, shorts, and sneakers. And now I'm complaining when it's 40 and 50 out. Could you imagine me in Winnipeg? I wouldn't make it.
Oh no, forgot it.
I'd be done. Just stick a fork in me. Denton Matty Chuck. I don't know anything about this guy, but he didn't do any better last year than
There's
this
gonna
year.
be snow on the 4th of July when he touched down in Winnie.
Right, yeah. And it'll be like warm snow too. You can actually make snowballs out of it.
Yeah. You're just gonna see people doing snow angels outside the airport, and you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
What is this? Did Frank Nazar get hurt? Only played 13 games.
He had to have got hurt. No way he didn't.
That was someone that people were pretty high on last year. Rutger McRorty. What a name. Nope, he's in Winnipeg. Never mind. He's screwed.
Yep.
Done. Mail it in now.
And Connor Hellebuck is done for the year because him and Dubois hurt him.
Yep, that's it. Jonathan Lekaramaki. Didn't do any better last year than he did in his draft year. So is that a actually, hold on, not a rare but a common Canucks L. Noah Ostlund. Actually a pretty good year. Maybe. Oh, his team got relegated.
What league is that?
That's like the Swedish second league, I think. I think his team got relegated. Huh. So this is why like
And just like the Sabres soon.
well, dude, but this is like why like after like the top 3, even to top 5 in some drafts, it's just so unpredictable. Oh
Yeah.
wow, Joakim Kemmel had a year. What? 13 points in 14 AHL games, 10 points, 8 goals in 14 Yoff games, and he played in the Liga, where he oopsie daisies, I did not mean to do that. Where he had 12 goals.
Trotz is not gonna like the fact that he's a -5 there though.
No, he's a health bomb right off the rip. Good for Joakim Kemmel. That's pretty impressive, actually. 16th overall pick. That's like the what's it called? Who's that? Who's the young center for Florida that every Ranger fan wanted that we didn't get?
Lindell.
Anton Lindell.
I'm surprised that Trotz hired Andrew Brunette though. That shocked me.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shocker.
Thought he would have went with the defensive minded coach since he is one.
Right. Maybe he's modernizing a little bit. Leon Bischel, 6
What?
point. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it
Old heads evolving?
like it's a bizarre concept. This guy didn't really do anything that jumped off the page. Here's the thing: we're just looking at numbers right now, so we're not actually looking at the player. So I don't want to pass judgment too preemptively, but I'm preemptively passing judgment. Oh, I love this. Yeah, I really hope this page doesn't load. I'm not trying to look at where the fuck here. Liam Ogren. So he's on that same team as that other dude that got relegated. So it's impossible to tell if he got better or not. Just the Capitals and picking Russians. It's,
Feel for this kid.
you do. The Capitals love picking Russians, dude.
If Mitchkov falls to the Caps, like, come on.
It's not even worth it.
They're gonna take him.
It's not even up for discussion. Owen Pickering, guess he had a better year.
And they're gonna do everything in their power to get. They're gonna trade up for who's that Russian we looked at for the Rangers potentially.
But
Was Butt the Russian?
yeah, but
Yeah, they'll make sure they get him too.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Dude, none of these guys are really like jumping off the page like potential.
That has to
steals
be his goal song if he goes to a team. By the way, that
100%.
allows custom goal songs.
100%. I think this is Snuggerud right here. Come on, Jimmy. I need Jimmy Snoo right here. There we go. Holy friggin' tits! What? 50 points in 40
Wow.
games? He must have been playing with somebody, dude. There's no way he did that by himself, right? Yeah, he's with Logan Cooley. There you go.
Alright, it doesn't count.
Yeah. I think I might be
Mickey
able to put
Mouse
that.
here.
Yeah, like right. Yurov. I don't even know who this guy is. Actually, it's not a bad year. There's another Blackhawks pick right here, Rinzel.
Rucker McGroarty's a hardcore private detective name.
Facts. It's like a name you'd hear on like an episode of Impractical Jokers when they're doing like the name game. Philip Massar.
Yeah, that's true. Same with Butt. That's another guy that would be in the Impractical Jokers name game.
Just Daniel Butt. Philippe Bysted.
And Sal can't say it because he's laughing too much.
Right, he's just pissing himself. Dude, none of these guys are jumping off the page to me as like potential. Oh, stop the bus. This guy's solid. 46 points in his rookie AHL campaign. 11 points in playoffs. Damn, who's this guy?
I forgot who it was, but the guy that you said dropped off in points when he got traded to a different team. Apparently, he went to a competing team and got less minutes. That's why.
Ah, gotcha. That kid we just looked at was solid as hell. Brandon Biro, huh? Not Brandon Biro, the other idiot. Maverick Lamoureux. Another Coyotes pick. Oh, he's a defenseman. I was going to say, those are mid-ass numbers. He's a defenseman. Where'd they get this pick from? Oh, the Earlers. Brad Lambert, baby. Damn, he actually had a really good year. Only played 3 games in the Hungary League, but 38 points, 7 goals,
Yeah.
26. Damn, 26 and 17 playoff games? Didn't?
Was he at -9 and only 14 games in the AHL?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah. 8 PIMs, so 4 minors. Did not do well at all at U20. 1 goal. He actually did better in his when he was 17 playing U20 than he did when he was 19. Okay, it's interesting.
I hope he's not too good.
Right, yeah, just because we're going to regret it. Isaac Howard. Actually not bad for a rookie campaign. It's
Oh, I remember this guy. This guy tried too hard with the drip at the NHL draft. Isaac Howard.
He just looked funny.
Yeah, he tried way too hard to be dripped out.
This guy's already been traded. This guy was already traded to Nashville. Not bad. No, I mean not great. Not
In
bad.
the Ekholm deal?
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I don't really see anything too crazy. He's not bad, not great. But then again, I mean, what else do you want from a 32nd overall pick? Did anyone else get games that wasn't in the first round? Owen Beck got a game. See if I missed anything. No one else got games. Let's take a look and see how the Rangers picks did. Son of a bitch. The New York Rangers, poor favor. If I remember correctly, the Rangers draft picks actually did really well.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, it's.
I know Statboy Steven loves Bryce McConnell Parker.
It's his boy right there. Yeah, Adam Shakora had a pretty good year. He outdid himself last year, and he got AHL games. You wonder if he's being brought to the AHL too fast.
Fun fact: Steven also, by the way, has every single goal puck from Bryce McConnell Parker.
Yep,
Sorry, go.
every single one. I don't know. I wonder if they brought over Shakora a little bit too early. I wonder if they're gonna regret that.
I mean,
maybe like one more year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it if they want to just get him over early and try to get him acclimated to the NHL quickly.
Dude, Bryce McConnell Barker had a friggin' year. 77 points, 68 games. .27 is not good, but led his team like through and through. 11 more points in the second.
We know Kyle Dubas loves him.
Interesting. Kind of like that kid. Like, dude, Noah Laba too. Look at this, 22 in his rookie NCAA, or I get NCHC, which is pretty much NCAA. 22 points in 35 games. And he was the second highest scoring player on his team. Like, dude, the Rangers have gotten so much better at late draft picks. And they were already good at picking up good players late, but this is like... Now this... Yikes. That's a bad luck. Kid's already 21. Really did not get better from the year before.
What's the bad luck?
This Victor Mancini. This is a tough luck. This is not a great...
Yeah, that's
a typical Rangers drafting size and hoping something develops type defenseman, which we have a gluttony of. This is my boy right here. This is who I am the most excited about. It's Max Barbashev. Dude, if you watch this kid's highlights,
I'm excited for Barbashev.
Dude, he is a fucking freight train. This dude just levels.
He could even be half the player his brother is.
Dude, fact. He just levels people. He scores. He just does everything. And Zachary Carper didn't. Oh, never mind. He's another nothing prospect. Literally just write him off now because he'll do nothing. He actually, he played less games. Yeah, that's a nothing burger. All right, 7:45. I gotta call it.
Rangers better sign Barbashev.
Facts.
Just reading this last comment before we go. Rangers better sign Barbashev. Why did the Rangers not sign Jane Grube? Any news on why? I don't know if there's any news really on why they didn't, but
I think it was roster.
All I know is that probably that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. They got a 5th round pick for a guy they weren't gonna sign.
Right.
So I'll take that.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll hop off stream here. Get to watch the Mets who blew their early lead that they took, because that's what the Mets do, and then I'll inevitably rant for another post game on the Mets channel. So go check that out if you're interested. But leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. If you guys are not subscribed to Cjeths, go sub to Cjeths. He is putting out content on a daily basis now. He's got what, a 7-day streak of videos?
10 today. We hit double digits.
Oh, you hit 10 today. Shit.
Hit the 10 piece.
All right, well, 10. Where today he talked about everyone's favorite meme of the channel, Pierre-Luc Dubois. So go check that out. And that was before Pierre-Luc Dubois was a little bit. I guess him and his agent are on the sauce or something, or they might have been having a little smoke sesh together before the bombshell dropped that he wants $9 million.
I think they were insulted by what I think they were insulted by what I said in the video.
Yeah, they heard you say that he could potentially get 7. Yeah, no.
So if they're like, fuck this guy.
They would be even more insulted with what I said he should be getting.
Yeah. What would you say? You say 6'5"?
I said 6.5.
I think that's reasonable.
But yeah, I'll probably make some sort of draft content. Hopefully, a Rangers coaching stream will be soon. Probably not. But hopefully.
Hopefully before the draft, you'd at least think, right?
No. No. No, not allowed. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching. We'll see you guys.